Hey everybody, welcome to the SMA Journey 51 vlog. 2 weeks ago I did a video where I talked about some of the advantages that I saw with regards to Roche and Genentech's new potential treatment known as Risdiplam. Currently, Risdiplam is under priority review status from the FDA, and we're hoping to hear something in the coming months regarding its approval, which would be the third FDA-approved treatment for those of us with SMA. So what I did was I went back and I looked at my email, and you guys sent me some great questions regarding Risdiplam. So I put together another quick PowerPoint presentation where I answered 3 of these questions, because these are questions that I think you need to know so that you can talk to your family and your doctors about. So watch the PowerPoint presentation that I did for you, and afterwards I'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Thank you. Patient questions regarding Risdiplam. Now the answers that I'm going to be giving are my opinions and my opinions only. Question: I'm currently on active treatment with Spinraza and have just completed my 10th injection. I've noticed that as I get closer to my next injection, which is every 4 months, I start to feel somewhat sluggish and even a little lethargic. If Risdiplam is approved by the FDA, and since it will be an oral medication that we take either daily or weekly, do you think this will help to eliminate some of the sluggishness that I feel with Spinraza? My answer: like the user who asked this question, I used to feel the same with regards to being sluggish and somewhat lethargic as I got closer to my next Spinraza injection. After the initial 4 loading doses that we received, which is during the first 10 weeks of our treatments, everyone on active treatment with Spinraza receives 1 injection every 4 months. I started noticing these changes a couple of weeks before my second maintenance dose injection, and the same feeling occurred between my 3rd and 4th maintenance dose injections. I didn't feel this lack of energy or sluggishness going into my 5th and 6th maintenance dose injection. This could be due to the fact that my body's now getting used to these injections every 4 months, or it could just be coincidence. My opinion is that if and when Risdiplam is approved by the FDA, my hopes are that this sluggishness and lethargic feeling that many people are experiencing will be eliminated, because instead of getting this treatment every 4 months, we will be drinking the treatment either on a daily or weekly basis. My thinking is that if our body is consistently receiving this medication, we may not have the side effects that we feel with Spinraza. Question: every time I go through one of my Spinraza treatments, doctors always hit a nerve while giving me my injection, and the soreness that I feel after they hit one of my nerves can last up to a week after the procedure. I've actually considered stopping my procedures because the pain that I go through is so intense. What are your thoughts about Risdiplam as a treatment? My answer: like you, doctors hit a nerve in me during my second maintenance dose injection in July 2018. Fortunately for me, the soreness that I felt only lasted for a few minutes, but I've heard of quite a few patients going through their Spinraza treatments having the same problems that you have. In my opinion, I think if and when Risdiplam is approved by the FDA, this will eliminate the residual soreness that you feel, only because instead of this being an invasive treatment like Spinraza is, it will be an oral treatment, and by being an oral treatment, there's no invasive techniques that are going to be used to deliver the medication to the body. Now, as a side note, one thing that everyone needs to remember is that doctors either use fluoroscopic or CT guidance when administering Spinraza. While these imaging techniques can see bone and metal, they do not see nerves. Most of the subscribers that I've talked to that have had these problems are usually the ones that are receiving their treatments either through their sides or their necks. If doctors perform the procedure on your back, like they do with me, there's less space that they have to go through to get to the central nervous system versus going through your side or your neck. The further doctors have to travel with the needle, the chances of them hitting a nerve increases. Question: are you planning on switching from Spinraza to Risdiplam if it's approved by the FDA? And if so, do you recommend other patients switching? My answer: before I make any decisions on whether or not I switch from Spinraza to Risdiplam, I'm personally going to wait until it's been out for a while. I want to see some of the results that Roche and Genentech release from their clinical trials. I want to see other patients and see if they're going to be receiving as good or greater benefits with Risdiplam than they did with Spinraza. Then I may consider switching. Now, on a side note, my personal opinion would be that if you are considering switching from Spinraza to Risdiplam, if and when it becomes available, you need to consult with your doctors and family members. Your doctors will be able to advise you on what's best for your own personal medical condition, and switching treatments should be carefully evaluated between you and your doctors to make sure that this is the best decision for you. Okay, so that concludes my PowerPoint presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation, and I hope you got some information out of it that you can use as well. You know, 2020 is going to be a fantastic year, and my goal is to bring you the latest information, whether it be treatments or just news-related items that I think you need to know about regarding spinal muscular atrophy. But I need some of your help as well. If you have any questions regarding SMA that you would like answered, think of it this way. If you have a question, I'm sure someone else with SMA has the exact same question. So please, send them to me so that I can answer these questions for all of you. You can either send me your question down below the video, or you can send me an email. My contact information is located in the description of this video, and it's also located at the end of the video. So please send me your questions. I promise to answer each and every one. If you enjoyed this week's video, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And when you do, click on the bell icon. That way you'll be notified of any new videos that I produce. I hope all of you have had a fantastic week. Do me a favor this upcoming week, do something for yourself that's going to make you a better person. God bless you, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.